now, I want to know whether or not you think this next story matters. I actually think it really, really does. But I know opinion is divided because the sports manufacturer Adidas has basically been criticised for using a male model, i.e. a man, to promote their women's swimwear range. It's part of this collection, this collaboration thing called Pride, and it's in advance of Pride Month. Now, Aggie, my problem with this, right, if a fella wants to wear a swimsuit, I couldn't care less. You can wear your swimsuit all day long. You can go to work in it. You can walk the streets in it. You can dance around in it. I don't care. When I go to the women's section of a website, clearly labelled women's clothing, and there's a separate man's clothing, and there's other clothing labelled gender neutral, I do not therefore want to see this garment under the women's section modelled by a man.
Oh, Michelle, for goodness sake, it's a genius move on Adidas.
Why is it?
It's just clever. It's different. It's a surprise. Otherwise, it wouldn't be filling the news at the moment.
But it's nonsense, isn't it?
It's not. I think it's just great. I think it's a really good move. Also, he's got a lovely body, so why not?
Well, if he wants to wear that, honestly, I really don't care. Put him in the man's section. Because
the whole point is
swimsuits for men.
If that's what you want, I don't care. I'm not going to judge you.
It's such a great marketing move. It really is.
Well, you see, I'll tell you why I got a problem with this. Because I think that there is this really worrying kind of direction of travel, basically to tell children that if you're a boy and you don't want to be a boy, you want to be a girl, don't you worry, son, you can be, and vice versa, the opposite way around. You've got a teacher that was fired the other day for not using the chosen pronouns of an 8-year-old. You've got so many
strange things going on at the moment, and I don't agree with it. And I think that I think you're right. I think the thing here is there are two things going on. One is there's a very clever advertising move. Can you object to a man being used in? Could you object to, I know he's dead now, Edna Everage being used to advertise women's clothes? No, nobody'd object. You wouldn't object in the slightest, because we all know it's a joke and we know it's a piece of clever advertising. Mm-hmm. But are you, on the other hand, trying to send subliminally, or not even very subliminally, a message that there is no such thing as a woman? Anyone can be a woman. But I think this is what concerns me. If that's the message that you're not conveying, because they're not saying anything, but you think you're playing into that audience, and you're going to make sales from it too, that you're playing into that audience. And I think a lot of women in particular find that very threatening, because it's the abolition of woman. I don't find it. And it's disturbing. But it's also wrong, in my view, because I don't think men can be women. Men can wear women's clothes, but I don't think men can be women. And I just think it's peddling a lie. But we'll never know what they were trying to say, because they'll never tell us. Well, it was for Pride Month as well, wasn't it? They'll rack up the sales. Their description is let love be your legacy. A game that's fair is not just one that follows the rules. Well, rules and facts matter. To me, they matter. And the way that we're progressing within society, where I'm worried in all of this, is for impressionable children. No, I get that, and I agree with what you're saying in that sense. But, these are grown-ups. Women are looking for women's swimsuits. It's not children. Children aren't involved in this. That's a man with it's a man. Presumably a gay man. I will be discreet in my language, because it's tea time. He's modelling for Pride Month. Why do you think gay men like dressing up in women's clothes? Quite often they do. I think that's amazing. Quite often they do. But a lot of men who like dressing up in women's clothes. You've been to Brighton Pride? No, I have never actually been to Brighton Pride. It's full of men dressing up as women. Yeah, but that's because it's full of gay men, because it's Pride. So whatever they're doing will be what gay men do. What if you went to non-Pride, I mean, the event they have down the road, I don't know, where you only had straight men, you might find quite a lot of them dressed up as women too. I think it's very, very prejudiced of you there, Aggie. I think you're not showing a full sense of enlightenment and openness to the modern age. See, I do not care what you want to dress in, and I likewise do not care who you choose to spend your adult time doing adult things with. None of my business. None of my business.
But facts matter, reality matters, biological reality matters. You cannot, to me, if you want to be a man and you want to put on a swimsuit or a wig or high heels, do it. But that does not make you a woman. So get yourself out of the women category, shove yourself into the man category on the website or the gender neutral category or whatever it is, no problem. Maybe.
Well, it's certainly got us talking, hasn't it?
Well, you tell me. You're not backwards in coming forwards. I can tell you that about these matters at home. What do you think to it? Do you think it matters? It's just a bit of harmless fun or not? GB Views at gbnews.uk. All views welcome, of course.